Kim, Brew, what's up? How are you? How are you, everybody? Thank you for joining us. My necklace is crooked. This is a weird thing about the show on IG, looking at yourself and talking, but we're gonna work through this. How are you guys? Good to see you. Good to see your avatars. Hey, Emmy Lexi. Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it. It's 1:30. Good afternoon from the East Coast, from our home in New York. A lot to get to today. I do have to say, this is a hoot. This little gif of the favorite co-host made my morning. I looked at it this morning and it helped me get out of bed. He's going to come up at the end of the show because it is he's retiring. He's going on to some, next chapter things, and I hear it's wonderful for him. So we'll find out what Moses has next in line for his career. And I'm excited that he's going on to the next chapter and great things to come. Nevertheless, I this morning, again, got up. I had a little bit of an allergy issue yesterday, and I know a lot of you are going through that as well. My mother said the same thing to me. She woke up with itchy eyes. We're so hypersensitive to any and everything, understandably, that I had one of those little nervous moments last night. I went to bed early, took an aspirin, took my allergy medicine, and woke up feeling a lot better. I'm still stuffy, but that's also the crazy thing that's happening. We are constantly Googling or watching TV and hearing the symptoms of COVID-19. It's allergy season, and it's easy to get into your head. But I think we started off the week with great advice from Dr. Darren, and he said, look, if you, this time last year, had these same symptoms, would you go to the hospital? That has to be a part of your thought process. If you feel that you're experiencing discomfort or symptoms that are making you nervous, that was great advice from him. So I thought about that this morning when I was going through my thing. What are you guys? All these requests coming in. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this morning, got up. I was like, okay, Tamron, you got to get in the groove. You got to make yourself feel better. And I did a dance app workout with my husband. I don't know how many of y'all are in relationships on here, but let me tell you, these little connections that we're having in a new way, they should help to lift your spirits, because I didn't, my husband cannot dance, and he's watching this right now. Cannot. He thinks he can, but he cannot. But we did the dance app together. Moses watched in horror and could not believe that we are his parents, and that his mom is so cool compared to his dad. But a little bit of levity, bringing in some light with all this darkness that's going on right now. Nanny Connie's in the house. Okay, if you are expecting, if you know someone who's expecting, go get Nanny Connie's book. It is amazing. In fact, I'm doing a little something with People Magazine coming up for Mother's Day, and it's one of the gift ideas that I put on the list. So Nanny Connie, thank you so much for your advice, and thank you for that book. It's amazing. Some of the latest news, I was just watching ABC here in New York, and Amy Robach is anchoring the special on ABC News. Right now, 551,337 confirmed cases of COVID-19 worldwide. U.S., 86,000 plus in the United States. In New York State, 39,000 plus. And here in New York City, where I live with my family, 23,000 plus. The House, though, voted today $2 trillion stimulus on corona crisis as it worsens. Another world leader, this time British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, tested positive for coronavirus. So those are the headlines that you can see anywhere. I do hope you are reading your local paper. I hope that you are, clicking on real news stories online and watching news coverage on this, because that's where you're going to get these accurate numbers. For us, we wanted to also bring today something that'll make you feel good. So right now, I want you to text one person you know and tell them to come onto our IG conversation. Text one person that you know and say, come join the Tamron Hall Show live Instagram, because I want to spread a little joy. And how do you elevate and help others during this crisis? One of the organizations I've done work with in the past is City Wheels. They go around and they provide meals to people who are in their homes and can't leave. That was one of the joys of my life a couple of years ago when I was able to go into some of the homes. That is Moses. He's getting warmed up. But in the wake of everything that's going on, a new idea has popped up. It's called Invisible Hands. Liam Elkind, a junior at Yale, and his friend Simone, Policano, a Yale graduate, they've created this thing called Invisible Hands to help support and protect people who can't leave their homes but need groceries, need their medicine. Because in this time of uncertainty, you are tested. I always say, everybody can enjoy the good times with you. Everybody can go to a nice restaurant and pop bottles and all that. Who are your friends and who are the people who rise up when it is scary, when it is hard, when you are broke, when you have nothing? And these are the kind of people that rise up. So I wanted to talk to them today. They are, and I think it's a great feel good. Hey, Bradley, Feel Good Friday. Simone and Liam from Invisible Hands, a group that was formed to hi.
Hi, how's it going?
How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
We're good.
I'm doing great. So this is outstanding. I'm going to just get to the lead here. In 10 days, you have amassed 7,500 volunteers to help deliver groceries and medicine to older people in your area.
We broke 8,000 this morning.
God is good. I love it. I love it. So tell me how this first came to mind. When did you feel like, okay, we've got to do something. We got to do something more than watch cable news all day and get angry, which is cool.
Well, I feel like for us youngins, it's like Netflix, but also the same idea. So like 2 weeks ago, I was walking home from the subway or whatever, and I was passing the grocery store near my apartment, and I saw a lot of elderly people going in and out. And I remember thinking, and we weren't in like quarantine times yet, but it was kind of starting to get bad. I remember thinking like, this isn't great. They shouldn't be the ones out. So I went home and I just posted a Facebook status and was like, does anybody know of a way that young, healthy people can help to bring people groceries or supplies or anything? And a lot of my friends reached out and were like, I don't know of an infrastructure that's doing that, but I would love to volunteer if you find something. So then Liam, who I have known for a very long time, he called me and he was like, I saw your status. Like, let's do this. Why don't we, be those people? And so then like 2 weeks ago, we worked for a couple days, made a website, the site went up, started collecting volunteers, and then 48 hours the site went live, and I don't know, didn't think we would be talking to you. So
I love that. So how did you collect the volunteers? Did you go on social media and say, hey, you want to volunteer? I have someone who wants to volunteer. He's not able to drive. He's very loud in the background. My studio is currently in my home, and my co-host is so please ignore him. But how did you get people to volunteer?
Yeah, I mean, it started out with just, simple Facebook posts and trying to tell people, hey, like, think about all these doctors fighting on the front lines, literally, risking their lives to help out those most in need. If we can deliver groceries, then that's the least we can do. So it started out with just Facebook posts. We made a flyer, and people started translating the flyer. We have it in over a dozen languages now. It's all around the city. We put our own personal phone numbers on there at first, and then Blake Lively put it on her Instagram, and then it was L.com, and we were like, we need to take our personal numbers off of this. So now it goes to a Google Voice number, and
get a Google Voice number, get a burner number.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yes.
So now we have a team of volunteers working around the clock. I think
so
that
how
people
does this work, Liam? So someone goes, how do you find the people who are in need? How does this work?
Yeah, it's a great question. So what we're trying to do is talk to a lot of, community partners, organizers, people who have deep roots in these communities, talking to senior centers, caregivers, stuff like that. We talk with the AARP, a lot of organizations that do a lot of work with these more vulnerable communities. And a lot of it is just word of mouth. And so thank you for helping us with that and to reach those communities.
So the way like the actual service works is that people go to our website, which is invisiblehandsdeliver.com, and they can fill out a delivery request form on the website. So it's like name, address, what you want, if there's a particular store you want it from, or it's like, if you need us to get you a prescription or pick up your laundry or something like that. And then we basically match them up with a volunteer in their neighborhood who reaches out to them directly, so they get on the phone, and you have to have like a nice social moment as well, which is an important part of it. The volunteer does the shopping and brings it to their door, and the whole thing, we're called invisible hands because the whole thing is, it's like no contact. So leave the groceries outside. They can either, usually like the volunteer pays for it and then they get reimbursed with like a check or a Venmo or something. A surprisingly large number of people have Venmo in these elderly populations, which we wouldn't have guessed.
I mean, listen, I don't even have a Venmo account. They are super hip.
Well, there you go. But so it's all very hands off. Like we really encourage the social, like the phone call, and like a lot of people talk through the door, and that's kind of a really great part of it. But it's definitely, it's no physical contact, which is how we try to kind of keep everyone safe.
Tell me one moment that really touched your heart. I know there are many, but tell me, Liam, one that comes to mind.
There was
Simone, you too. I want to hear it.
There was one woman who I delivered to who said, she hadn't spoken to people in a really long time. It had been really isolating. She said, I haven't had an actual physical conversation with a person. And so we were talking from 6 feet away, of course. But she said, she said at first, will you please come in for some cookies and treats? And I said, Carol, that's the exact opposite of the point here. We're supposed to be physically distancing. And she said, okay, fine. But after this whole thing is over, you're going to have to come over for some cookies and treats. So I said, okay. And we've been communicating via email and via text ever since. And, I think that is, it speaks to our ability to come together in times of crisis. And that when it feels like the world is pulling us apart, we are able to pull together.
Absolutely. Simone, what's the story that really resonates with you?
There was a woman I was on the phone with. She was putting in a phone order because that's another way that we can take your orders because not everyone's so internet savvy. And we were talking and she was telling me about her granddaughter and just we were chatting, and I was about to hang up and she was like, I have to tell you, today's my birthday and this is like the best birthday gift I ever could have gotten. And so she starts crying, so I start crying, and everyone's crying. And so we got our, the volunteer that we matched her with, we gave him a little extra cash and he put a birthday card in her delivery for her. And so things like that. Also want to say there was a woman who now wants to set up Liam with her granddaughter. So who knows?
Okay, so this is having a heart in the time of Corona and finding love in the time of Corona.
Thank you. Yes.
You just opened a whole new door here. Now Liam is blushing and everything else.
Got him. I got him.
You got him. Good. So this is incredible. What is your goal? How many volunteers ultimately do you want to have on board here?
How many 25-year-olds are there on the planet?
Oh, right. So you don't care. There's no limit.
We are working right now, like we're in talks with a couple tech development companies about automating our system so that we can expand to other cities, because obviously, Corona is not just a New York problem, it's a global problem. So honestly, once we get the automation side of it and the tech side of it locked in, we would love to be as big as possible just so that we can help as many people as possible, because we're getting emails all the time being like, I'm in Kentucky, I need groceries, or like, can I volunteer? I'm in Wyoming. And it's like, we're not there yet, but we will be, and we're really excited to be.
So right now, the people that are ordering the groceries, they're using their own money. But I understand a lot of folks have been wanting to donate and cover the cost of some of the groceries.
Yeah, so we also now, because of the extremely generous outpouring of financial support, we're able to offer a small subsidy of up to $30 on any grocery order, just because no one should have to make that really difficult choice between getting prescription drugs and being able to eat dinner at night. These are tough times for a lot of people. And so for those who've been hit hardest economically by this disease, we're trying to help them out a little bit as much as we can.
So people have been making donations. I understand a lot of people who are either working from home or laid off or offering their services, software designers, graphic people. So you've had a lot of people helping. You even had one of our producers a call center.
Yeah, so we're like, that's kind of what we're working on right now is upgrading from that Google Voice number, which is great up to a certain point because you can only take one call at a time. But we're switching over. We had a software developer reach out and be like, do you know about this other like service or whatever where you can take multiple calls at once? And it really is like a customer service call center, which is great because we get, back when it was linked out to our personal phones, we were getting like a phone call a minute or something, so
you were averaging a phone call a minute of someone who needed help picking up this.
I mean, that's part of the problem. There's so much need out there, but I think that the fact that 8,000 people were willing to step in within a week and say, yes, like, what can I do? How can I help? I think it speaks to our ability to come together and step up in times of crisis.
I think you're right. I just got this breaking news note from our team. The House of Representatives approved the $2.2 trillion Corona relief bill, and checks could be landing in accounts in 2 to 3 weeks. With that said, 2 to 3, it is awesome, but 2 to 3 weeks is a long
time.
time.
Well, we didn't exist 2 weeks ago.
You didn't exist 2 weeks ago.
Everything is going so quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when you're out grocery shopping for the families, I mean, you face the same challenges. Someone said, do you run out of groceries? That someone is the producer of this segment. You face the same challenges, I would imagine, that any of us. I ordered groceries the other day. You know, the basics were not there. The staples, beans, rice, peanut butter, even completely sold out. How do you manage around that? Or can you? Or you just have to tell them, we'll find you something that we can that fits in.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we definitely tell them, like, we can only do what we can do. But I think we also, you know, our volunteers really want to help. So we've had people be like, well, I had to go to 3 stores, but I found it and I wanted to make sure we got it. So, you know, I think it's people who are very understanding of the fact that there are some communities that are super vulnerable right now. And that at the end of the day, you know, if it takes me another 20 minutes to find rice in a 3rd grocery store, like, that takes no skin off my back.
And do all the volunteers have cars?
No, not at all. So a lot of it is just walking. So we've been doing a lot of walking back and forth. I made a bunch of deliveries, just, you know, carrying some bags. It's nice to be able to get out and do a little bit of walking.
Yes,
honestly,
because the volunteers are in their area, so it's walkable.
It's like, it's neighborhood based. I mean, the thing we're talking about a lot as we're talking about expansion is, like, you know, this is going to look different in a suburban place or rural place than it does in New York, because, I mean, maybe the boroughs or the neighborhoods almost matter less, because if you have a car, like right now we really have one, like in Staten Island, for example, we have just like one Staten Island group because all of them have cars and all of them are like, I'll go anywhere on the island. You know, if you're in a place that's a lot more rural, it's different because you're not walking or you're not taking the subway or something like that.
Right. That is phenomenal. So where do you see this going after we get through this together and we are on the other side? Do you want to continue offering this service to people? Because obviously the need for so many, you have Meals on Wheels, City Wheels, all of these organizations, but there's always a need. What do you want to do next with this?
Yeah, I mean, this thing started out as such a crisis response effort, but it's become incredibly operational very quickly. And what we're seeing is that this is not a new need for groceries or for that social connection. There are so many people living alone and hungry for connection and for, you know, the necessities of life. And I think that even when crises end, our ability to come together endures. And I think that ability of volunteers to step up when they're needed will last long after this crisis is averted.
Absolutely. So tell us again where we can volunteer if we want to volunteer.
InvisibleHandsDeliver.com. You can sign up to be a volunteer, and you can also sign up to get a delivery. So all of it's on the website.
All of it's on the website, and you do take donations.
We do. We're not a 501c3, so we're not tax deductible yet, but coming to you soon.
Not yet. Okay. Well, listen, I go to church every Sunday. I do believe in tithing. That's a part of how I was raised. Simone, backstory, you know that I know your family. Do you know I know your dad, Chris? You didn't know that. I know your dad. I know your dad.
I didn't know this.
Let's
have this conversation in front of 350 people. How do you know my dad?
I'm not going to tell you that. No.
What?
I know your great aunt Joyce.
Yes.
I've known your great aunt Joyce since I was about 18 years old.
Oh my God.
Yes. I know your family. You did not know that. And I am so impressed with what an amazing young woman they have raised.
Oh my God.
And as a result, Liam, we're going to get you a date. But your great aunt Joyce was such a kind woman to me and helped me become the person I am. I want to make a donation to cover groceries for families in need through you guys. So I'm going to make $1,000 donation.
Thank you so much.
And that is, I wish I could get out and do more. It's the right thing to do.
That's incredibly
trust
generous.
me, we're all living in uncertain times. So don't think I'm Ellen DeGeneres up in there. But
thank you so much.
You know what? I believe, you know, we have to help where we can and make the sacrifice where we can. In my church, we are very hands-on, Madison Avenue Baptist Church. So they'll understand that I'm diverting my church donation But your parent, your dad, Chris, such an awesome person.
That's
Christina
amazing.
Garan.
Yes!
That is one of my best friends.
What is
Yes, I know your
happening right
entire
now?
family. So there
This
you
is
have it. I will get the information. We'll send that donation to feed
Thank
as
you.
many families as we possibly can. In honor of my co-host, Baby Moses. That'll be the subject line on the check.
There you go.
Liam, you come back, and when we get back to regular on our show, we do dating and love advice. So,
Perfect.
We will
I
find
look
someone
forward
for
to it.
yeah,
That'll be
and
good.
by the way, since I'm talking to y'all now, we have news. We will be back Monday. That's all I can say.
Woo!
Tamron Hall show. That's all I can say right now. But I'm so proud of you both. Continue to do the work.
Thank you.
Give love, because it doesn't have a line. We may not be able to high five and hug, but love you can feel, energy you can feel. So I'm proud of you guys, and we'll get that check to you.
Thank you so
much.
much.
That's
Thank you,
so
guys.
generous. Have a good one.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
Stay
guys.
safe.
You do the same. Invisible Hands Deliver. I love them, and very proud of them. My co-host over there giving out donations. What? This is why he got to go. This is why he got to go. I do want to bring in our TAM Fam member of the day, because I told you, me and my husband, we did yoga last night, well, the night before, 15-minute yoga app. And it's really a great way to bond, whether you are in the house alone, the kids, whatever. Go on even YouTube and find like a yoga stretch app. I am not a big yoga person. I'll be very honest with you, but it really helped us, connect, because these are trying times in relationships, in friendships. It's tight. Everybody's tight. So for me, getting out and doing a little yoga in our house for 15 minutes and being winded in those 15 minutes, because the girl is 49 years old, it was something. So here we go. Going to pick our TAM Fam member of the day. I don't know the TAM Fam member, but our team they perused the nets, and I think this is who they picked. I'm hoping this is right, because I just clicked on, Rachel, y'all need to tell me, because I may have clicked on the wrong social media page. And I did. Who am I talking to? Please be dressed, because I just hit the wrong name. Oh my gosh. I hit the wrong name. That was not on purpose. Is the person going to hang up? They're going to hang up. Wait. Because I clicked on somebody. Okay, they're not answering. Oh, I hit we almost got a big surprise, guys. Because see, here's the deal. People put in their request for me to click the TAM Fam member of the day. And I clicked on, because we have some names of people who say they really want to come on. And so we just clicked through the names of the people that really want to come on. And I hit somebody's name that I do not know as approved. So let me get to the person I'm supposed to get to. Let's see. We have some names in here that our team added to the list. This is one of the people I picked randomly. But I do know one thing about her. They told me that she's a yoga instructor. Hi!
You found me.
How are you?
Good. How are you today?
I'm good. You look like Ellen.
Oh my God, thank you.
Ellen is, my God, age defying. Let me tell you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm really thrilled to be here.
Where are you from?
From Madeira Beach, Florida.
Where is that?
It's right outside of Tampa or Clearwater.
Okay.
So,
Tampa.
Madeira Beach is a small town.
Okay, small town. How are you holding up there?
Pretty good. You know, we're staying inside. We're self-isolating. We own a yoga studio, as you were saying. Thank you.
Yeah.
And so we were early adopters of the closure because we couldn't, in good conscience, bring our students together to breathe together, to do yoga on the beach or in our studio. So we've been closed for quite a while.
Someone said you look like Doris Day. See, this is about to turn into all these, like, who does she look like? I mean, Doris Day is stunning. Okay, so in Florida, all non-essential businesses are closed. So you closed early prior to the forced closure. Obviously, this has surely had a huge impact on your business. People pay for classes. If they can't come to classes, you don't get paid. You can't keep the doors open. So how are you readjusting in this time?
Sure. Well, like every other yoga studio in the world,
Right.
we've started to put our classes on YouTube, and we've started to film yoga classes and short meditations. And, you know, we've never done it before. And so it pushed us into this new place. And I'm really thrilled about it. You know, I was very nervous because this is different. None of us have done this. And
Right.
now that we're there and we're filming classes, the feedback that we've received from students Hi, Moses.
I'm so sorry. This is insane. Please, Moses. Okay, you're coming up in a second. Go on. I'm sorry.
He wants to do yoga with me.
Do babies do baby yoga?
I think so.
You do?
I primarily teach to adults, but
So is it ever all ages for the most part? You shouldn't be intimidated by yoga, right?
yes, you should not be. And that's the only reason that we own a yoga studio, is to show everyone that yoga is for everyone. I know that, lots of us kind of grew up thinking that it was different, that it was for a certain type of athletic person. And we are here to tell you that yoga is fun, it's healing, and it's available for everyone. We can all do it.
Okay, so we can go on your YouTube channel, or how's that work?
Yes, so on YouTube, we're Madeira Beach Yoga.
Okay.
And right now, we have some really funny bloopers too, with some of our instructors swearing.
Oh. Because they were just like acting up. Okay.
Well, it's hard.
So is there, I'm going to stand up. We're not going to do a full class here, but is there one yoga pose? I'm going to see if I can get my, wrong shot. Sorry. Okay. Is there one yoga pose that we can do right now for all watching?
There is. So actually, I'm going to teach you the most effective pose, and I'm going to teach you how to hug yourself.
Okay, hold on. Oh, wow. Honey, come down. Can you hold the camera for me? Steven, I'm going to get my husband to come down. He won't be on camera, but he'll hold the camera for me. So if y'all are watching, okay, everybody at home, we're going to learn to hug ourselves, because we cannot. Arthur Margaret Moses is coming up. My goodness. Steven, come down and help me, please. Steven. Babe, can you help hold the camera? You don't have to come on.
Steven, help a girl out.
Listen, you better come down here and help me. Because I want to do, so you're teaching people how to hug themselves.
Yes. So for years in my yoga classes, I've been working self-hugs into our classes. It's kind of my thing.
Steven's going to hold this for me. Hold on. Self-hugs. Go this way, babe. No, come over here. Okay. There you go. All right. Back up. Okay. So self-hugs, how do we do it?
All right. So you're standing. So sit up or stand up nice and tall.
Okay.
Perfect. Bring your shoulders back. Open your chest. Open your heart. Yeah. Okay. Now throw up in your arms and open them wide, and then wrap them around yourself from side to side. Grab your shoulders. It's good, right? You can even tuck your chin. Perfect. Now sweep your arms open all the way back. Bend your wrists. Good. Now we're going to do it one more time, but switch the cross in your arms. So whatever one was on top is now on the bottom. Grab your shoulders, tuck your chin, and release. Bring your chin up, relax your arms. Now let's take a big deep breath in together and let it go out of your mouth.
Okay.
Incredible,
I like
right?
I like it. Okay.
And you were really good at it too.
Good. Okay. Well, thank you. Honey, don't move the camera. Thank you so much. I know that we are resilient. We'll get through this together, and it's because of people like you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tamron. Take care of yourself.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
Bye, Sherry. So, as I said, this is Moses' last day. And here's the thing. Steven, you're messing up my shot. Do like that. Stop. Don't move. Okay, so I've been trying to find interesting recipes for Moses because, like dry goods are in short supply. But a lot of the grocery stores have fresh produce. So, you may not know this, I make all of Moses' food, not all of them, let me get this right. I make 90% of his food. We still use like these pouches from time to time, but this book, The Complete Baby and Toddler Cookbook, you can still order books and stuff. So this one is pretty good. So I'm going to finish up making some of his food. That's how, also it's relaxing for me, to be quite honest with you. Like this is beef, parsnip, and couscous. And we already had couscous in our cupboard. I had ground beef frozen, and then parsnip, which I was able to get on the last food delivery. So I make a lot. Somebody says social distancing yoga. Yes, I love that. Wasn't that great? So that's what I've kind of been doing. That's what I'm going to do this weekend. I have a bunch of fresh fruit over there. Honey, you can shut that part. Fresh fruit. This is our little light. And we're doing that. So now, as I said, my co-host That's the other thing. I'm at the point with my hair, and we're back on Monday, that I don't know. Are y'all doing the pat or the fluff up? I'm so torn. I do the pat or I do the fluff up. I can't tell which one to hide the fact that my hair is in bad shape. But again, those are minor things. Okay, so that's another call asking for Moses. So Moses, his contract has run out because we're back on Monday, and you know, it's time. It's time. Like, where does it end? Where does his career end? And he's out of control, and he wants more money, and things get difficult. I know my husband just looked at me pull this top because, like many of you, I've been eating a lot while we are all kind of hunkered in, and things aren't fitting as well as they used to. But hold on, don't move. All right, Mosey, are you ready for your retirement party? Yes! Are you ready for your retirement party? Are you ready for your retirement party? So you've been so good, so amazing, so wonderful. I appreciate you supporting Mommy on her adventure. So, is it time for your retirement? He dressed up for his retirement party. Hi. Okay. Hello. You got a bow tie on. Stand up. Okay. Please stand up. Please stand up. Please. Okay. You dressed up for your retirement party. You don't. Okay. Here. Let me sit down. Let's sit down because you're used to sitting down. Okay. Retirement party for Moses. Here you go. You got your bow tie on. You're looking like Ron Burgundy. I don't know why you're doing that sound, but it's your retirement party. Your last day as co-host. You dressed up. This was a size 18 month. Bye. See? Size 18 months. So we got our wear out of this. This was supposed to be one of your Easter outfits, but Mommy let you wear it early so that you could say goodbye to everyone. So say thank you so much for joining me all week. I appreciate the time. I appreciate the love. Have a good, safe weekend. We will get through this together. Bye, everybody. Have a good one. And we'll see you Monday. You got it, boo.